Ode goes to Garfield Soccer. Okay, press the button. And we're live. Welcome to a warm, pleasant Pacific Northwest afternoon here at Interbay Stadium. I'm John Orm.
I'm Andrew Byer, and we're gonna be the one to wish you guys here on this great matchup as Fabi Martinez gets it underway from Interbay Stadium. Ode Metro League matchup against Garfield, two of the top teams in the Metro League. Ode coming in at 2-1-1 with the loss to Redmond on Friday. They got their one draw against Lakeside here, which was here at Interbay about 2 weeks ago, and their two wins were against Nathan Hale and Rainier Beach. And not forgetting about that Inglemore game to start off the year, as quick save here by Ben Solom getting things going within the first minute.
This Garfield game is the last preseason game of the Metro calendar. Next week, our boys are going to start competing for playoff contention already.
Yeah, definitely. Can't believe it's that time of the year already. That game will be against Lincoln, who's currently undefeated. I believe they're 5-0 so far in this year, so it should be pretty interesting to see how that game goes on Thursday here at this same spot. Fabi Martinez now trying to get, I believe that was Jack Sue, got tripped up a bit. No foul. They let him play on as the keeper. Tier Weedman, the senior, will get his first stop of the game. Ode in defense with it now, trying to just establish the type of rhythm they have on offense here early in the game. That's really what you're trying to do here at this point in the game. Try to know that defense that this Garfield team is going to be playing because, as I mentioned, they're a very good team. They're going to defend well. They're going to know what's up with them. And, it's all about establishing for what's going on later in the game as Trayson Wheeler here battling for it. And it will, they're going to roll it out, I believe, for a Garfield throw.
That's number 2, Nate Cook, bringing it in.
Cook with it now, turns it over to Jack Houston. As Garfield will get it back, trying to establish a good run here early in the game, the third minute. Fabi Martinez is going to be really aggressive, especially when the Garfield defense has the ball. He got a goal against Lakeside right after halftime because the goalkeeper kind of fell asleep in the box, stole it right from him, and boom, it was a wide-open net. Hopefully Favi can maybe try to do something like that again, even though that's pretty rare and it almost never happens. Ode really trying to play back here early as he'll get the ball up to Jack Suk. Great turnover there from him. Turnover by the Irish. It's me, number 19, Peter Sander, bringing it up with it, but he's swarmed by a bunch of Ode defenders as Ode will attempt to clear, which they do. Finteri, great pass to the outside. Trying to get one in so Garfield can whip one in and across, but great defense there by Logan Richardson on the far corner. I believe they're going to call, potentially, they're going to call a free kick on Garfield. And overall, just a great job there by the senior Logan Richardson. Really not allowing that cross to get in. Great save there by Martinez to keep it in, but unfortunately it does get turned over. As there's a bit of a scramble for it, they will call a foul, and it'll be a Garfield free kick. Nico Rothrock, the freshman actually trying to whip this one in for a potential header, and they do get a head on it. It's going to be a battle for it, and that'll be Carter. I believe there's Carter Gribble trying to clear that one out of there for a Garfield throw. Tay McDonald, the one to throw this one in. Could go long, could try to get it in the box. No, they're going to go a bit medium. Gets around it, out of bounds. What are they going to rule here? Yep, they're going to rule a goal kick for O'Day. Great keeper, Ben Solom, who had an amazing save on a free kick in the last game against Lakeside, who pretty much kept that game a draw. Lakeside was coming in very hot towards the end of the game. They got a free kick just outside of the 18-yard box, put both hands on it and sent it out of bounds. It would have been a completely different game, a different outcome if Ben didn't come in clutch and get that save, as number 15, Parker Smith, will Cooper Haley, the midfielder, trying to get past Kyle Lofi. He has Parker Smith on him, and great defense there to push it out for a Garfield throw. Will be Nate Cook inbounding it. Excuse me, with the throw in. Great defense there by Kyle Lofi to try to get a clearance out. It will eventually go back to Cook. Cook trying to make a man miss, but great defense there by the junior Parker Smith. Inbound by Cook. Trying to get up to Sander. Sander trying to make Jack Houston miss. He doesn't eventually, though. Scramble for it. And who will come up with it? Great job there by Dylan Weinstein getting the clearance. So it will be O'Day possession. Jack Suk with it now. Trying to establish something on offense. Garfield has had majority of the possession so far as we are in the 8th minute, but a lot still to come. A great run here by Favi Martinez, and just a bit too long there. Great job by the keeper. Trying to, he timed his run perfectly, but just got there in time right before Martinez did.
Absolutely. It's almost a risky play by the keeper there coming out of the box, but he met Favi head on. And an excellent save by Ben Solom.
Definitely. We're really going to need Ben to have a good game. Garfield, like I mentioned, they've had a lot of the time of possession so far. So eventually in that game, if that keeps up, they're going to get shots on goal. And, the goalie's there for a reason, Ben's got to get some good stops, and he has delivered, like I mentioned in that Lakeside game earlier. O'Day trying to get something going on offense here. Wheeler tries to push it ahead. As I believe, he will turn it over. Julian Rothrock, the brother of Nico Rothrock, he will have it here. Finn Terry trying to push it up the head of Peter Sander. Sander, he may have something here. Parker Smith playing great defense on him. They have it in the middle of the box here, as great defense there by Carter Gribble to get it out for a Garfield corner. I believe they'll actually rule a goal kick. Wow. Yes, they in fact will. Garfield player must have got a slight touch on it that was pretty unnoticeable from up here in the booth, but fortunately it does go in favor of O'Day, as Martinez really trying to battle here for that position, as Garfield does ultimately win it off of the goal kick.
Has had his fair share of offsides calls.
Oh, definitely. Not even a question. But when it does work out, it's amazing because you take a lead like that right away. Great defense there by Wheeler. Trying to poke it away. It'll go back out to Kyle Lofi. Just a bit too far for Martinez. Garfield will win it back. Some contact there by Gribble. No foul call. They're letting him play, but they will call a foul on number 9, Cooper Haley. And it will be an O'Day free kick at about midfield. That will be center back Carter Gribble, as I mentioned, taking the free kick here, and it is away. Trying to get it in the box. Great header there by Cooper Haley to get ahead on it. Martinez did have a good run going. So we'll go back out to Gribble. Great boot there from Gribble. Able to get it up to Suk. Suk just a little too far, and then we'll be in the hands of Weedman. Haley weaving through defenders. Try to get a little bit through ball in there, but he can't really get it done, and he'll turn it over. The midfielder Houston with it now. Back out to the right back, Logan Richardson. Richardson up ahead, and it will go off. Tay McDonald for an O'Day throw. Wheeler with it now on the near side, trying to get it in for something here. Weinstein battling for it. As it will go out for a Garfield throw. Nate Cook with the throw in here as he will turn it over again. Wheeler up to Houston. Houston at about midfield. Richardson turns it over. Garfield trying to get something going here, but it will go right into the arms of Ben Solom. Great attentiveness there by him. Smith, a great boot, but it's just going to be too far. It's going to be into the hands of Weedman for his third save of the day. Gribble able to get ahead on it. Up to Weinstein, but it appears he lost it for a bit, and it will be turned over to Garfield. That's going to be up to Will Meshmet. Garfield trying to get something going here, and it will take a deflection. They're calling for a handball, and I believe they will, in fact, get a penalty for it. We will see here. Yeah, that's what the referee will, in fact, call. Garfield with a great chance here to get up early. It's going to be Finn Terry, the junior here, attempting to take the penalty kick to give Garfield an early lead here in the 15th minute. Ben Solom, pretty reliable behind goal. We'll see how this one goes. Referee gives the whistle. We will see here. Terry running up, and it's stopped by Solom. Off the rebound, but it goes in. No, I believe, yep, they're going to rule a goal, unfortunately. Wow, great stop there by Solom, but unfortunate rebound will give Garfield the early lead in this one, unfortunately. O'Day with possession now, trying to get in something, trying to get a really quick answer from that Garfield penalty kick, but it will go out for a Garfield goal kick right now. Just an unfortunate turn of events, you know, to have the unlucky handball in the box, and you also have the unfortunate rebound. Unfortunate if you're Garfield, unfortunate rebound for O'Day go right back to Terry so he can just boot it in with pretty much an open net with Solom on the ground, unable to pretty much do anything there.
Yeah, it's got to hurt if you're Ben. You know, you made the save the first time, and you can't get back up and make it again.
Yeah, it is what it is, but O'Day really trying to establish something on offense. Like I mentioned, the time possession's really been dominated by Garfield here in the first 15, 20 minutes or so. in this game. But only thing that matters is when it's the full 80 minutes or over on the clock. O'Day has plenty of time to get back in this game. That would really even be an understatement. Possession is turned over to O'Day. Trayson Wheeler there as Weinstein's pass is just a bit too far. Pass number 23, Ryan Berta. Berta earns it back. Favi has a run. They're going to rule offside. Yep, in fact they will. Just as you mentioned, Jorm, about those offsides, it takes a little bit of a risk sometimes, but when it pays off, it works perfectly. That one, he was just a hair offside.
Yep. It's back to a Garfield possession here. Big boot sends it over.
Jack Houston and Aidan Casso battling for it. It's going to go back out to Smith. Smith over to Ryan Berta, the sophomore. O'Day just getting some good ball movement in here, trying to set something up in the long run. Gribble's going to send a huge boot downfield. Trying to get it to Jack Suk. Off the head. Martinez trying to control it. Are they going to rule a foul? No, they ruled he just slipped, but it will be an O'Day throw on the near side. Booted out of bounds there by Iron Jobes, and it will retain O'Day possession again. Martinez trying to get good position for it as there will be, what in fact another O'Day throw. It's going to be Gribble to get the throw in here. You're kind of at that range where you can maybe fire one in there from the box, but in fact, look at that. Carter Gribble does do that, and it's going to get cleared out by Garfield. It's going to be Sander with it now, trying to push it up ahead, but they will rule an O'Day throw. It appears he just lost it out of bounds. Possession turned over to Garfield once again. Number 13, Iron Jobs, up ahead, trying to get something going. Gribble playing defense on him. Back out to Sander. On the far side of the field, Sander trying to push, trying to get across in, gets ahead on it. O'Day really trying to clear that one out of here. Don't want to make it 2-0 here early in the 21st minute. Cook trying to get in some space over to Wilma Schmidt. Can he clear it out of there, Parker Smith? Yeah, in fact, he will, but it will be a Garfield throw. Iron Job's in there. What a strike. Just ahead of the crossbar. Nearly could have been danger for O'Day early in the 21st minute. Nothing Ben Solom could really do there, but just watch it go over his head. And fortunately, it was out of bounds for an O'Day goal kick. Parker Smith, a great boot into Martinez. Martinez being swarmed by Garfield defenders, trying to make a miss. Goes off to the left, cross into Wheeler. Wheeler, good stop there by Weedman. Fantastic run by Martinez and a good boot there to, all of a sudden just get into Wheeler, who was in some open space, but fortunately Weedman was right there to make the stop. Gribble trying to get ahead on it, trying to maintain possession. Ben Solom will make the save on it. Gribble getting up to Weinstein. Weinstein up to Berta. Another good pass from Berta, just a bit behind him, though, and it will be turned over. Nate Cook trying to bring it up to Sander. Good defense there by Carter Gribble, but it will be a Garfield corner.
I don't know if you can see it on camera right now, but up here in the booth, we can see Ben Solom pointing his guys, lining them up. You know, in the event of a corner kick, it's your keeper that's really in charge out there.
Definitely, for sure. Garfield trying to get ahead on it. They do, but right to Ben Solom for the easy stop. Great throw ahead there by Solom up to Ryan Berta. Berta trying to make something with it. It's going to be intercepted by Cooper Haley. Haley, great defense there by Jack Houston, retaining possession for the Irish. Up ahead now to Trayson Wheeler, who had that great shot on goal, but it's going to be way too far. And right to Weedman for his 5th stop of the day. O'Day with possession. Martinez back to Weinstein. Weinstein over on the far side to senior Jack Suk. Suk trying to get across, and it's going to be deflected, and Weedman will call everyone off. Aggressive play there by Logan Richardson. They're going to rule a foul, and they're going to give him, I believe, a yellow card. Trying to make a play on the ball, just a little bit too much contact there. Richardson with his first yellow. Got to be careful from now on not to get that second, which would eventually send him off.
In high school soccer, yellows can be a bit more detrimental, too. They linger. It's
Yeah.
not just for the game. He's got to deal with that for the next few matches.
Exactly. You always want to be careful, you know, when it comes to contact like that. But Richardson just a little bit too aggressive there. Now, like you mentioned, he has to be a little bit more calm and not as aggressive these next couple matches so he doesn't get a second yellow. With that yellow leads to a free kick by Garfield. Unfortunately, a couple bad bounces going to be in the fetal mesh champ, and he will, in fact, get it out of there. That was Enzo Christopher. Suk there delivering a big boot, just a little bit too far for Martinez, as it will be out for an O'Day throw. The Garfield player, McDonald, couldn't corral it out and save it. Berta trying to make a play on the ball, just there a bit too late. Cook with it now. Gribble trying to get it out of there. McDonald on the far side, as I believe that's going to be Suk going down. They're going to have no foul. Great defense there by Houston to get it for O'Day. Houston has numbers up ahead. Favi Martinez on the far right side. What will Martinez do? Trying to pump fake a man. Will he get it in there? He will. Houston delivering it. Going to be deflected a couple times. And Garfield does a great job of keeping it in possession, but it will go out on the far side for an O'Day throw. Houston sort of trapped in the corner, trying to get it out of there, but they will rule a goal kick. Weedman has been busy, but not too busy down in goal. You know, he had to make that one crucial stop that Trayson Wheeler had on him, which could have been an easy goal, but it went right to him. But he has made a few saves here and there. For him, obviously, you want to keep that kind of the case in the second half, but I don't think this O'Day offense will go down that lightly. They're going to put up a fight no matter what. As it gets back to Richardson as he kicks it over to Gribble. Richardson with it, back out to Weinstein. Martinez trying to make a run on it, which he can, as a great defense there by the Garfield defender, Gabe Harris, to boot it away for a corner. If Martinez was able to get past Harris there, who knows what he could have done with that ball. I mean, it was just him and the goalie from that point on. He's so quick and electric out there, which I believe he's only about like 5'5", but he sure gets around those defenders really quick, and it shows out there on the field. It's going to be Jack Houston to take the corner for the Irish. It's delivered, and it's going to be up. Header by Martinez. Going to try to go back to Houston. It won't be out of bounds, but it will be cleared by Garfield as Richardson is going to have to retreat to go get it. Going to be out here for an O'Day free kick by Carter Gribble. Gribble delivering the boot. Great kick over there to Jack Suk. Suk trying to make a man miss. Passes it over to, I believe that is, I couldn't catch the number right there real quick, but it is going to be deflected regardless, and it will go back out to the O'Day defense. Back up to Martinez, able to get ahead on it. Berta trying to start something with it. Back out to Richardson. Richardson trying to deliver a strike, but right to the goalie, Weedman. Mashmet with it now on the far side. Over to Cooper Haley. Will be deflected by Haley out for an O'Day throw. We're in the 30th minute now. O'Day has had a couple chances so far as we're winding towards the end of the first half, but haven't been really able to get many good chances other than the one stop by Weedman, which was a Trayson Wheeler shot on goal. But hopefully that can pick up here in the second half or towards the end of this half. Richardson will deliver the throw to Wheeler, but it will be intercepted by Haley. Haley over to, I believe that is Julian Rothrock, has a chance here. A great ball in, but it's going to be deflected away by Enzo Christopher. Roman Campos will deliver it out. And they will play the advantage, but they'll give Garfield a free kick here. Haley over to Cook. Cook will deliver it back out to Harris. That'll be McDonald falling down as the ball is kicked right into the O'Day bench, but it will be their throw. Throw-in goes to Wheeler. Wheeler trying to boot it up the head to Martinez. Just a little bit too far, and it will be, I believe, an O'Day free kick back at about midfield. Gribble delivering the free kick. Trying to get it into the box. Garfield does get a head on it. Trying to be saved out there. As it will be Garfield retaining possession again. Back out to Wheeler here. Wheeler to the far side over to Jack Suk. Suk whipping the cross in. Richardson is there. He'll get a head on it, but it's not the greatest ball in. So he was fading back as Garfield will ultimately come up with possession here. It's going to be Julian Rothrock trying to make a run. Great stop by Gribble, and I think they're going to rule a foul. And yep, they will give Gribble a yellow card here. Just a little bit too much contact, and he didn't really get much of the ball, to be honest with you. Gribble is unhappy with the call, but Garfield will get a free kick here no matter what. It's going to be Cooper Haley delivering the free kick. It's going to go right off the head of Richardson. We go out to McDonald on the far side. To Mishmet. Mishmet possessing it. Over to Iron Jones. Big scramble for it in front of the O'Day goal. It's going to go back out to Ben Solom for the O'Day clearance. Great defense there by Parker Smith. Able to get out of there. It's going to be, if there's Ryan Berta with the clearance, trying to retain it back as Garfield does get it back. Rothrock with it, trying to get a ball into Mishmet, but way too far. Ben Solom with the stop. With, other than that penalty, a pretty uneventful first half, but with about 6 minutes left, who knows what's to come. Turnover there by I believe Roman Campbell's. Mishmet with a chance, and he scores. An unfortunate turnover there by the Irish is able to give Mishmet, a one-on-one run with him and the goalie and a defender on him. Just tucked it in the bottom left corner there. Nothing really Solom can do as Garfield will get out to a 2-0 lead here in the first half. I mentioned, hey, anything can happen in these last minutes, and when you look at that, Garfield delivered.
Yeah, if you're O'Day right now, you're really trying to come up with an answer here in these next about 10 minutes before they're heading in for half. A 2-0 lead, that really hurts.
You're still in it, but I mentioned this last time during the Lakeside broadcast when O'Day was up 2-0 early in the second half. I said 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer, and Lakeside did come back and tie it 2-2. It almost took the lead, really. It's going to be contact down in the box. The referee's going to let him play on. I believe the defender did get a lot of balls, so I believe that's a good call by him on that one. It's going to be back out to Gribble. Berta trying to keep possession of it. He'll give it back to Richardson. It's going to be poked out by Rothrock for an O'Day throw. If you're O'Day, you can try to get everything you possibly can here before halftime. It may not be a goal, but you just want to get some type of offensive momentum going into halftime, which is key. Momentum in any sport, whether it's baseball, soccer, basketball, is important, especially going into the halftime locker room. So Garfield will turn it over here. Go out to Gribble. Gribble trying to make a run on it. Martinez trying to get good position. Martinez, and they will rule him offside again. Just another unfortunate situation of him starting his run just a tiny bit too early. Second offsides of the game for O'Day and Martinez, as Garfield will have a kick here. Garfield with possession of it now, but they will in fact turn it over. If you're Garfield at this point in the game, you're really just trying to play keep away and not have giveaways like that, but Weidman will make a stop on it here in the goal. Down to about 3 minutes left here in the first half. O'Day not wanting to go down 2-0 into halftime, is trying to muster everything they can here in these last few minutes. Attempted clearance there by Weidman. But there will be Giannis Dillon with it. Gives it over to Gribble. Roman Campos, Ryan Berta, Trayson Wheeler making a couple of moves. Back out to Roman Campos as it will get deflected and out for, yep, that will be a Garfield throw. I believe it got Campos on the leg as it went out of bounds. Another O'Day throw with the ball going off for Richardson's chest. Peter Sander there fighting to retain possession, which he will. He'll get it back to the far side where it's Tate McDonald with it. McDonald with swarming defenders on him is still somehow able to pass it and retain possession, as that'll be, I believe that's Enzo Christopher to boot it out of bounds. Will be a Garfield throw. Ben Solom will take charge on the boot by Aiden Casso, as no problems there. Down to about a minute left here in this one in the first half. They potentially trying to make a run or two here before halftime. We will see as it gets over to Wheeler. Wheeler on the far side now. As Suk fighting his way to retain possession. They're going to rule a foul on Garfield, so O'Day will get a free kick here at about midfield. It's going to be Carter Gribble taking it, trying to get everything he can to boot it into the box, get a head on it maybe, or they'll play it short, trying to set a run up here, not off of the set piece. Gribble with the big boot, trying to get it into the box. Going to be a header by the defender of Garfield. Houston trying to battle for it, but I believe they'll give O'Day a throw.
See the ref looking down, checking his wrist a lot. Official game time is kept down there on the field. The players don't know that they might have less than a minute left.
It's going to get back out to Houston. Houston crosses it in, trying to get to Martinez. Richardson there to follow it up, as they will rule an O'Day throw. But that will be halftime, as we mentioned, here in this one. Going into the half, have Garfield really dominated time possession, and they are, in fact, up 2-0 here with 40 minutes down, 40 minutes left to go. We will take a short break here on the Irish Sports Network. We are back and ready for play here in the second half. Garfield up 2-0, trying to build on that lead. And if you're O'Day, you're really just trying to gain back the tie and, in fact, the lead if they can. And Wilby Mishmet pushing it away here for Garfield. We should mention a new person in goal for the Irish is going to be freshman Maddox Fox replacing Ben Solom. As Jor mentioned at the start of the broadcast, this is the last game of the preseason technically. You want to experiment a little bit, see what guys can mix with other guys. It is a preseason game. It doesn't really affect you in the standings that much or even at all, to be honest with you, as there will be an O'Day throw on the far side. Great ball in there by Martinez. Martinez with it on the far side now, trying to get something going. A great start to the half would be perfectly ideal for O'Day. Going to be Gribble now, pushing it out. Over to Parker Smith, is able to get there in time. Weedman will make the stop. Going to be Sander with it now, trying to push it ahead to Mishmet. Mishmet with a little bit of moves there, trying to show off as McDonald gets it out. It's going to be Mishmet here trying to beat Parker Smith to the ball, which he will. Sander with it now, going to go over to Dylan on the near side. Sander trying to work to get across, and Parker Smith defending. It's going to be way too far, as it will be possessed on the far side by Garfield. Trying to get it in there to Finn Terry. O'Day will come up with possession, though, as they will give it right back. Good ball in there by Jones, trying to get in there to Dylan. Great defense there by Jack Suk, able to get it out for a throw and for Garfield. Is going to be McDonald. Getting it in. O'Day trying to clear it out of there as best as they can. It's going to be Haley. Back out to Richardson. O'Day will get possession of it. Richardson, a deep ball in there, really trying to sneak it in there, but Garfield will get possession as they'll just let it roll out of bounds. Richardson able to gain back possession for the Irish off of the throw. Will eventually go to Smith. So they will turn it over. It seems like a miss hit there from McDonald. It's going to be way high in the air as will be eventually possessed by Mishmet, who's being surrounded by O'Day defenders. Great intercept there by Martinez, really trying to gain some momentum here on offense. As going to be a little bit too far for Suk, but he is able to get ahead on it. Suk on the near side, trying to whip across in, making a man miss. It's going to be off of both him and the defender. Unfortunately for Garfield, they will maintain possession without it going out of bounds. Would you look at that? They turned it over right there now. Will be a throw-in for O'Day. Garfield taking over possession here on the throw-in. Good ball in there by Sander. Mishmet has a lot of open room. It's him on Gribble 1-1. Waiting for his other attackers to catch up. Mishmet whipping it into midfield as I believe it will be Roman Campos there ready to take charge and gain possession back for O'Day. so far in the second half. About 5 minutes in now. It's been really back and forth. No one's really been dominating possession. A lot of turnovers. I'd say about 50-50 on the time of possession as Kyle Lofi unable to get there on the pass in as contact there from Richardson. Got to be careful with that one yellow, but it will just be a common foul. No booking or anything. Garfield trying to do all they can to build on this lead and try to put it out of reach here for the Irish early in this one as there's a fight for it in front of the goal. Mishmet able to get a good shot on it, but it's going to be saved by the freshman Maddox. It's going to go out here for an O'Day throw into the bushes behind the fence. We'll have to get a new ball. We will have a substitution coming on. I believe that is Roman Campos coming on now for O'Day. For Parker Smith. Strong throw in there by Gribble. Trying to get up to Martinez. Martinez with that quickness. Unable to get there in time, but will he save it? No, they'll rule it out for a goal kick for Garfield. Intercepted by Jack Suk. Can O'Day do something with it here as he gets it out to Weinstein? Weinstein, believe he just mishit it. Not sure. Oh, no. It was, yeah, the rule of goal kick, actually, for Garfield. I believe he just mishit it. Weedman will get it in here. Goes out to O'Day trying to get, just something going as he will whip it in for a cross. Martinez able to get it to Suk. Impressive job of keeping it in bounds as Garfield will, though, take over possession here. Christopher. Christopher trying to get it in, being quite physical on Wheeler now. It's Cooper Haley, the midfielder for Garfield. Weinstein to Wheeler. Some contact there causes Wheeler to trip. No foul. They'll let him play on. As Lofi, with the man coming behind him, that's Sander, Garfield is able to take over possession now. Terry with it, trying to get a ball in. It's going to be way too far, though. Maddox Fox with the good clearance, Garfield with another run of attack. It's going to be Sander pushing it up as great stop there by Kyle Lofi to give possession back to the Irish. They let him play on. Suk trying to do the best he can as there is going to be a bunch of contact. There's going to rule no foul, though. Suk showing no contest to the call, but O'Day will get it back. Garfield will take over now. Logan Richardson doing a good job of defending. Able to getting possession back for O'Day. Mateo Palomo in the game now. Great ball in there by Gribble. Up to Suk. Zook slipped a little bit, trying to get across in. Back out to Wheeler, going to be deflected by Garfield. Will it go out for a throw? It will. Another great chance there for Wheeler to get a shot on goal, but it's going to be deflected out. The second time this game, first time this half that's happened, but not really much you could do there. Great timing by the Garfield defender to get a sliding stop there. Zook doing the best he can, trying to whip it in. Wheeler, another shot on goal, off another Garfield defender. Terry will clear it. Being quite physical, Meshmet on Campos. They will rule a foul on Meshmet, and O'Day will get a free kick here at about midfield. Gribble whipping the boot in. Out to the box. Palomo trying to get there in time, as it will go out for an O'Day throw regardless if he got there. Thrown there by Richardson. Turns the ball over as Lofi will boot it out of bounds for a Garfield throw on the far side. Great run here by Dylan. Trying to get something here. Being defended by Christopher. Whips one into Peter Sander. Good defense there by O'Day. Quick battle forward with him and the senior Souk, and McDonald will boot it out of bounds for an O'Day throw-in. Good ball in here. Favi Martinez trying to gain possession of it now. Has it on the near side. Trying to get something going. It's going to be deflected out for an O'Day throw. Martinez a quick throw on over to Trayson Wheeler. Dylan Weinstein with a shot on goal. It'll be just wide. Another good opportunity for O'Day there. Just missed as Weedman will take it out for a goal kick. Garfield giving possession away, but they will rule, I believe, a foul on O'Day. I'm 99% sure that's what it is, but regardless, it gives Garfield a free kick. Good ball in there to Meshmet, trying to get there in time before it goes out for a goal kick. He will not get there in time as Maddox Fox will deliver a goal kick. Christopher up to Houston, trying to get something going as he'll turn it over to Garfield. And now it's Julian Rothrock, one of the team captains. Rothrock with it now. Trying to get something going. A bunch of O'Day defenders. Is going to be booted way out of bounds. Not even really close to the goal for another goal kick for Maddox. Houston now booting it, trying to get it to Suk on the near side. Suk trying to make a man miss, puts a couple moves on him. Suk delivers the ball right through Wiedemann's hand and in for a goal. Just what O'Day needed right there. A couple of fancy moves from your senior vice captain at the school, Jack Suk, and it is now a ball game. 2-1 here, O'Day in the 56th minute of this one. As I mentioned, went right through the hands of Wiedemann, but great moves there by the senior, one of the captains, Jack Suk, there, to even get in that position. I mean, that's impressive to do, to get around that defender and even get that shot off there. But fortunately for O'Day, it did, in fact, go in between his hands there in a much-needed goal to put it now at 2-1 here. Just about 20 minutes left in this game. Hopefully that goal will bring some offensive momentum here to the Irish to propel them for even possibly another one. That is going to be out for a Garfield throw. McDonald taking it. Booted out just a little bit too far. They're off of Suk's hand, and it will go out for another Garfield throw-in. A lot of contact there from Gribble. Meshmet goes down. They'll let him play on. As Gribble now, in fact, goes down. As they're going to check on Meshmet first here now. What's going to be the call here? Referee has a yellow card in his hand. O'Day player's trying to help him up, but I'm not exactly sure the reason why. It appears to be still on the ground. Not exactly sure. The referee pulled out his yellow card. I'm not sure who it was assessed to. I think it was on Meshmet, but I'm not exactly sure. But irregardless, it is an O'Day free kick, and he'll go right to Wiedemann in goal. Turned over by the O'Day. Defense, right to Fox there for the easy stop. Another scenario with a lot of contact, but it will go Garfield's way this time. They're letting him play on. The ball in just isn't there quite enough. As O'Day will take it over again. Suk's ball in. We'll go right to Wiedemann. We're going to go back and forth again. roughly 20 minutes left to go here in this one. Can O'Day find another goal to get this game tied and knot it up, or will Garfield hold strong here and hold on to this lead? We will see here. Hopefully the momentum is keeping on going from that goal from Suk a few minutes ago. Favi Martinez here with a great situation. Full-on hitter by Gabe Harris on Garfield, but it will go out for an O'Day corner kick, just as I mentioned, to potentially tie up the game here. It's going to be Jack Houston, the junior, taking the corner kick. He whips it in. He's going to go short near post. Deflected up in the air. A lot of contact going on as they will rule a foul on O'Day, and it will be a Garfield free kick. Another opportunity there by the Irish. They just couldn't get it done. A little bit too much contact there, and will be another Garfield free kick, excuse me. Gabe Harris is the guy whipping that free kick in. As it will be attempted by Weinstein to get it out of there. Some more contact right in front of the box. They're going to let him play on again. Referee really letting a lot of guys play this one out. Been pretty physical this second half. As possession will once again be retained by Garfield. Max Summers with it now. By Weinstein. Weinstein it up ahead to Martinez, and this has potential right here. Martinez on the left side. Will he go in? It in fact will. O'Day ties this game 2-2, and just like that, would you look at that? O'Day comes from a 2-0 deficit 10 minutes into the second half, and now in the 62nd minute, O'Day has tied it up 2-2. Couldn't have asked for anything more in these last 12 minutes other than 2 goals off of 2 great plays. First, you had Jack Suk making those nice moves on the defender and going right through the goalie's hands. Now you had Favi Martinez, like we mentioned earlier in that first half, Jorm, with those offside calls, he had 2. That one wasn't offside, and it paid off great. Now we have a tie game here and something really to look forward to watch.
Now the Garfield defenders really haven't had an answer to Favi all day, other than just him stepping a little bit farther ahead of them. And it was awesome to see him finally break out, get that one-on-one with the goalie he's been wanting.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And would you look at that one-on-one with the goalie? He definitely delivered. As a weak pass there from Garfield defense. O'Day will get possession again. Martinez back out to Weinstein. Tosses it over to Lofi. As it will go out for a Garfield throw. Suk, they're trying to be ultra aggressive. It's going to be booted out by Christopher. Favi Martinez, another run just a little bit too far there by senior Suk. The intensity of this game, Richardson, a little bit too much contact there for the Garfield defender. We'll go for an O'Day free kick. Richardson now doing a good job keeping away from the Garfield defenders. Palomo a little bit too hard there for Martinez, as great defense there by Cooper Haley, one of the team captains for Garfield, as it will go back to Fox.
Fabi Martinez in the box. And another goal!
Wow, would you look at that? Fabi Martinez, always having the heads-up narrative and the heads-up way of playing like he does. Ball gets deflected to him right in front of the 18-yard box, and he delivers on a strike in the back corner of the net. Wow, just what O'Day needed. 3 goals in 16, and actually almost 11 minutes, really. Wow. What a comeback here in the second half from O'Day. It is now 3-2 Irish.
I don't know what Coach Matt told him in there at halftime, but it seems to be working.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I was just taking a drink of water, and, the ball came squirting out to Martinez, and would you look at that? Boom, a goal. But I will take it no matter what. It's going to be Garfield with possession here, being down for the first time in this game. O'Day will take over possession again. Wheeler with now a lot of contact. They're going to rule a foul here on Haley. Nothing malicious, though. No bookings.
Haley wasn't a fan of that, as it looks like Goebbels going to be taking the kick here.
Yeah, it appears he wasn't because, the mentality of this game changes completely from now on with O'Day taking the lead. So he'll kick it short here to Christopher. Christopher delivering it over to Suk. Suk trying to make a man miss. A lot of contact. He gets upended. They will rule a corner. No foul called. O'Day trying to potentially put another one in the net in these last 14 minutes or so. I'm not sure who that is trying to take the corner kick. They're tying their boot right now. It's going to be number 14. That's Dylan Weinstein. Weinstein whipping it in, trying to get ahead on it. Good stop there by Weedman, but it's in!
That's a hat trick for Fabi Martinez.
It is, in fact, a hat trick. Fabi Martinez, 3 goals in about 8 minutes for the Irish. It is now 4-2 as O'Day has taken this game over.
No answer for Fabi Martinez.
They certainly haven't had an answer for him all day. They were able to contain him in the first half, but not in the second half. O'Day is up 4-2 here against Garfield. As Garfield, they're just kind of stunned right now, and I can't really blame them, to be honest with you. They contained him, like I mentioned, that whole first half, and now he's had 3 goals in about 8 minutes. Garfield will get possession of it now. It's going to be Aiden Cassot with it. Cassot trying to do anything he can to try to get back in this game, as Garfield will turn it over. Garfield at this point is really just trying to push all their attackers ahead to get any sort of offensive momentum they can grab going forward here, which means they're not really going to leave much in the back there. So a possible O'Day counterattack is possible here if they can get possession of it. The ball in is delivered right to Fox, and he will make another save.
If you're O'Day, I think it's important to get Fox this playing time. As you know, Ben Solom's going to head to Florida for a couple games this season, actually.
Yeah.
He did make it internationals in DECA, so we're going to be down our starting goalie.
Exactly, and you always want to build for the future, too. Fox, like I mentioned, only a freshman, so he has a lot of room to grow. He is already talented being a freshman on varsity as he is, but you want to keep the program in good hands, and a goalie is something you really need a strong position at going forward, and I think Fox is that guy. So, like you mentioned, Jorm, always want to get these guys playing time. About 10 minutes and possibly a little bit of change to go left in this one. Quite a different outcome from about 15 minutes ago when Garfield was up 2-0. It is now 4-2 O'Day. Garfield up to Terry. Terry will try to get it into Mishmet as it will be delivered out. I believe it's going to be a throw-in. It will be kicked out by Enzo Christopher.
yeah, sorry. If you're Garfield right now, all of 10 minutes left on that clock, you really got to pull something out here.
Definitely, and they need one now if they're going to get one, as that kick just outside the 18-yard box goes right to Fox for the easy stop. McDonald trying to win over possession. Still fighting for it. As it will be kicked out to Cassell. Heading it around. O'Day trying to gain possession of it. Trying to make a sliding stop there with Suk. Goes out to Cassell. Cassell whipping a ball in. Headed away by Gribble. Down to about 8 minutes left in this one. There to Iron Jobs. Iron Jobs to Cassell. Going to make McDonald on the near side. It's going to be Rockroth. Can't get anything going here. Miss hit on the header by Gribble, but it will go out to Palomo, and O'Day will take over possession. Suk whipping a ball in here for Wheeler. Wheeler out to Martinez. A lot of contact there. Don't believe they're going to call anything. Martinez on the near side. Back out to Wheeler. You'd imagine they want to take their time and not turn the ball over, but unfortunately that's what they do right now. Good stop by Martinez there. A bit of a miss hit on the clearance by Garfield. Wheeler going up for a header for it, and I believe 15, Gabe Harris, took a little bit of contact to the face there. And they will give Garfield a free kick. Fortunately, no booking. Weedman there ready to boot it away. Go right off the head of Suk into the locker room tunnel for a Garfield throw. Great aggressive play there by Suk. And it appears it was incidental contact, but the referee will rule a foul over on Garfield for an O'Day free kick.
On the kick, taking his time. Sends it up to Martinez.
O'Day, really no rush here to even get these throw-ins here. Just trying to take every bit of time off this clock as they can. Down to about 5 minutes left in the game. Richardson will deliver it in there. Should be deflected back to himself, as a lot of contact there on Finn Terry. They'll let him play on. Referee getting the bit of the way there. Gribble will get it on to, back out to Fabi Martinez now. Martinez trying to make a run on it again. That'll be tossed around. It will go out of bounds. Garfield throw. Be deflected off of Peter Sander. I thought it potentially went off of Christopher's hand, but it's going to be no call. Martinez has it now, being defended by Harris. Harris is just going to boot it out of bounds for the O'Day corner.
Looks like Weinstein again taking the corner.
Yep, and in fact will. Like I mentioned, in absolutely no rush if you're O'Day to take the set piece right now. Trying to drain every bit of the clock that they can. Weinstein will deliver it in there. It's going to be deflected and out. Gribble nearly got ahead on it, but it just went too far. See the reaction on his face there, like he just missed it. We'll go for a Garfield goal kick. Delivered over to Dylan, which Suk has no problem regaining possession of it. Over to Weinstein. Martinez trying to beat the defender there. There's Nate Cook for Garfield, but it will be booted out of bounds for a Garfield throw. But it will be ruled off, actually. There is a substitution. Julian Rothrock coming on for Garfield.
Richardson sends another ball into the bushes.
Yeah, definitely. Thankfully, there is, in fact, a surplus of balls they can use when that does happen because, back when I played, like, in second grade or whatever, you had to go get it in the street or whatever. There wasn't that. But thankfully, they are well stocked up on balls as Fox will make another easy stop here. O'Day doing the best they can to just bleed out this clock down to about 2.5 minutes now. In this one as Fox delivers a good boot over, which will be retained by Berta. A lot of contact there, and they will rule a foul on Finteri of Garfield.
The name Berta sounds familiar. That is the youngest of 3 Berta brothers to attend O'Day High School.
Yep, Zach, who graduated last year in the class of 2022. Berta trying to be only your sophomore, class of 2025. Trying to be that final brother that will graduate from O'Day and be on this team. Gribble taking the free kick. Garfield is just going to push everyone they can ahead to try to just get something as the Irish look to just play keyboy in this last minute or so. Suk booting it ahead to Palomo. Palomo not the greatest touch, but he will get beat there by Mishmet. Mishmet, I believe they ruled he was out of bounds. No, they'll rule a foul on O'Day, and Garfield will get a free kick here. And so Christopher trying to clear it out of there will be Sander. Peter Sander trying to make a man miss, but you're not going to beat Jack Suk when it comes to that game as he will kick it out for a throw. Garfield just trying to rush everything they got, trying to get it into one more goal as we reach the 80th minute. But it will be deflected. Wheeler, Favi Martinez here on a one-on-one, but they believe they will call off the game right there. Favi couldn't get a 4th goal, unfortunately for him. But fortunately for the Irish, that is in fact game. The Irish take down Garfield 4-2 here at Inter Bay Soccer Stadium. What a game. And let me just put it this way. What a second half in that game. You had 4 goals in about the time span of about 15 minutes, which 3 of them were by striker and senior Favi Martinez, who is committed to Seattle U. So congratulations to him on that. But overall, crazy game. I mean, what can I really say,
Absolutely. Well, thanks for tuning in on the Irish Sports Network.
Definitely.
We'll see you, I think, next week for some baseball.
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of that coming. Potentially more soccer coming later in the season. As we mentioned, this is only technically the preseason. But that should do it all for us from Inter Bay Soccer Stadium. I am Andrew Byer.
I'm John Orm.